Hey everyone, I'm Alexis the Ego Queen, and welcome back to another episode of Queen's Court. In the last episode, we had a pretty nice battle, as well as some really good dialogue between each of the characters. And now we're making our way planet-side, but for a better recap, here's Viggy.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Vicky the GM, and welcome back to the Queen's Court. When we last left our heroes, after the emergency translation from the warp, the Oath Unspoken found itself a day's journey from Thaur via plasma drive. The Acolytes took the time to rest and rearm, except for Thaur, who took it upon himself to investigate the ritual scroll found on the leader attacking bridge. He discovers that the scroll is a summoning ritual of a demonic nature, calling into question the nature of the Xenos god that the inheritors purport to worship. Upon closer examination, Thaur, with assistance from the others, is able to devise a countermeasure against the creature that the ritual summons. The warband gathers in one of the hangars of the Oath Unspoken, receiving a parting gift from Lord Captain Ansifor, but then setting forth to the surface of Thaur, only to find themselves confronted by the Mournful Guard, the planetary enforcers of Thaur, who demand that the Acolytes relinquish their weapons and come peacefully. And we will move right here. So, just to reiterate the words that this man spoke, well, the man in front of you. Where is it?
Wait for it.
Are the actual Tempestus Scions, or that just
No, that is... I have no, black-colored local planetary guard picture to go by. They are
okay?
black uniformed.
Just wanted to check.
Yes, the man in front says, "By order of the Lord of the Wake, lay down your weapons and come with us peacefully." They appear to be armed with some primitive bow-type weapon.
Interesting. Sure. I'm gonna approach the man. Boop. And do I give my weapons to him?
Well, they would, the men behind him would move in to take your weapons.
Well, I'm gonna approach this man regardless.
Alrighty.
And I'm just gonna say, and where will our weapons be kept?
They will be taken and kept in a secure location until the Lord of the Wake deems it necessary that that they are returned to you.
Viggy,
Hmm?
are stealth rolls for hiding weapons still valid from last time, or do we need to do it again?
They are hidden from them now, but they will search you.
Fair enough.
Alright, I can't hide a bolt pistol, but I'm gonna try.
Well,
I have a dress. I'm gonna hand him over the power sword. And I don't need to hand over my brazier, right?
it is considered a weapon, even in their eyes. It is a hefty-looking weapon still.
I'm gonna look to him and just be like, and just say, my fair gentleman, I actually need this to guide my pilgrims through this journey. And I'm gonna roll to
Roll a deceive. He will roll scrutiny against you.
I can auto-pass deceives, can I? No.
Not deceive, no. Unless you have mastery deceive. Well, that's something. He fails horribly. He stands there idly in thought and says, keep your icon then, but make no sudden moves with it.
Oh, of course. And I'm also gonna roll stealth for the bolt pistol.
Alrighty.
Nah, I'll relinquish my bolt pistol and flamer. And power sword.
The man takes your weapons, and...
Does he take my fuel cells?
For the brazier?
Yeah.
He does, and he asks you to unload the fuel cell that is currently loaded in.
Oh, well, I need that for the sacred fires to guide my men.
Roll another deceive.
Can I also add to this, I also need a few fuel cells to keep it lit.
Sure. You get a -10 on that, but you would need
Okay,
it.
so
You would have
54.
Yeah. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah, he's having none of that. He says, "Too dangerous. I cannot have it around the Lord of the Wake." And demands that you relinquish.
Can I have Riza grab one really quickly?
If you want to use a sleight of hand to tuck one away to Riza, then you can try.
Yep!
Oh, snap. Let's see. Awareness test. Yeah, they didn't spot that. Riza is now carrying a singular flamer cell. Alrighty, that is you. Next. Although
did they say what our charges were?
Did you ask them?
I mean, did they say it coming down?
Nope.
And, what is our charges, yes?
Smuggling of Xenos artifacts. The planetary governor has taken great personal interest in that. Actually, he wouldn't call them Xenos artifacts, he would just call them artifacts.
Well, I'll go ahead and walk forward and start handing over my guns, one after the other.
Alright, another man walks up to receive them.
Can I make a
Which one?
deceit or a stealth check to see if they can get him? Would it be a deceive or a stealth to tell him that he doesn't need to check my case?
It would be a deceive. And you would get a -10 on it.
No way. He doesn't believe me at all.
He might crit fail.
He doesn't.
Well, he doesn't crit fail, no. But he did get more... Well, he got less degrees of failure. So he doesn't buy it. And they do indeed check your case. And they see what is inside, close the case again, and pick it up.
Oh,
I'll just say, maybe you should hold on to that for me for a little while. And I'm gonna roll stealth on my the compact las pistol. I get +10 to that, right?
+20, I think?
I think they just suffer a minus on the awareness.
Oh yeah, they get a minus, that's true. But
Okay,
you
so
got...
I got 19, it should have been 43, so that's 3 degrees.
Yeah, and they get a -20.
Excuse me, that's 4 degrees.
Yeah, they fail horribly. They do not find it.
Okay, so he takes everything else.
Yes, and is now holding that. Right.
Krishan will step forward, but before anyone goes down, he's just gonna, as he's like putting a revolver on the ground, he's gonna throw a knife into his boot to hide it, and hide another revolver somewhere in his coat.
Alrighty, we will do separate tests. Let's see. Where are you getting the +30?
Thin skin and chameleon cloak? It says the all stealth test.
That's to hide you, isn't it?
No, it actually does say
It says the all stealth test.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
I mean, he could literally tie the chameleon cloak around his waist and
I
put
will.
something behind it. And his ass would be invisible.
Let's see. No.
So
Not enough.
And the revolver I kept is one loaded with man stoppers, just so you know. But everything else I will relinquish. The assault shotgun and the sniper rifle.
Alrighty. This guy steps up.
I'll put him on the ground, then just step back.
And picks him up. Alright, that's you.
Real quick, as he comes forward, with my hands in the air, I am not the smuggler, I am a licensed bounty hunter, yes? My license is in my left breast pocket. I thought I'd do a sneaky way off the ship to catch my quarry, yeah?
Deceive -10.
I mean, I have the official license.
Yeah, but they're not having any of... Well, the company you keep.
Oh boy.
That is.
Hey, I am just a preacher, I'll have you know.
Is it a tie?
It is not. You win by one more.
Yeah, that's 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2. Alrighty. So, only 2 remaining.
Yes, I'll go next. Tarvox steps forward and just throws his heavy stubber and 2 pistols on the ground and takes the knife out of his coat and throws it.
Tarvok, really quickly, do you actually have any flamer cells?
I do.
Hide them.
Do you have any weapons remaining? Because you will get searched.
Me?
Yeah.
I throw the web grenade too. No, all I have left is my aluminum capacitors and my ironbound tome. But I am going to try to hide the flamer cells because I still have those from my pistol I sold.
Oh yeah, you sold the hand flamer?
I'm gonna get a bigger one later.
Right.
So
Okay.
I will.
Okay,
could I hide the flamer cells in my as like? Well, I can't do a stealth check. Can I hide it in my like mechanical parts as to make it appear like it's part of it?
Yeah, you'll get a +30 to stealth.
Close enough. Good enough.
So Viggy, they just took our weapons and ammo, correct? Nothing else?
Yes, so far.
In hell.
Yeah. They find your flame. Is it a singular flamer cell? I didn't catch that.
Yes, it is. Actually, I'm going to tell them I need that to fuel my. These dead, they have primitive-looking weapons, right?
They do. Like the highest technical thing they seem to have is a shock maul.
Actually, as I tell them I need that fuel to power my combustion respiratory system so that my internal cogitators can function properly under more duress.
Deceive +60.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, you made it. Let's see if they see through it. I'll even give them a -10. Yeah.
So I think keep the flamer cell.
Story checks out.
Story checks out. The warden, the leader, nods to the men, and one of them hands you the flamer cell back. A hesitation in his hand as he is not sure what he's actually doing.
As I do that, I actually say thank you in lingua technis just to confuse them more.
Yeah.
I'm trying to appear as alien or quote unquote alien to them as possible.
Yes. So, with that, that's just Harold left, I think.
Yep.
Oh boy. And just seeing the amount of weapons you're holding, 3 of them step forward. Actually, let's just bring them over here. And so they can receive all your stuff.
Well, first of all, I'm going to drop the plasma cannon on the ground.
2 of them are required to pick it up.
Yeah, and while they're busy looking at that, I'm going to hide away my Kraken Tooth dagger in the usual place, where it always is.
Like a super dagger.
So that's stealth plus what?
Plus 20, let's say.
Well, shit.
Barely made it. Let's see if they get... Oh,
Ooh.
damn. They beat you by 1 degree.
Bastards.
Yeah. One of them manages to unsheath the knife. Looking at it with some admiration, actually, everyone make... Actually, no. They seem to hold this knife in special significance. Roll for me an awareness test, Pre.
Okay.
Let me guess, it's because it's made of bone.
It's made
In
of
Cemetery World.
a bone-like substance. Yes. Alrighty. Are you hiding anything else? I'm guessing you can't hide the chain axe.
I'm going to try to hide the chain axe.
Minus 40.
Not one.
Victor, while this is all happening, can I reach out with Cynesians?
God damn it!
Can you reach out with Thanisian? Yes, you can.
Nice.
Oh, wow. You made it.
5.
Let's see. Alrighty. As you reach out with your psychic sense, you sense a whispering on the wind. It is... This place seems steeped in psychic energy, though it is not a malignant one, merely the culmination of many lifetimes gathered in one place.
Is Tarvok standing, like, actually where he is right now?
I guess he is?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna put my hand on my brazier and, like, slightly tilt it back so my hand is out of sight. And I'm gonna hand sign this back to Tarvok to inform him.
And I began looking around, just taking in the surroundings of the planet.
As you look around, roll for me an intelligence test.
Oh, Lord.
Well, shit. As you look around, you get a sense of deja vu. You've been here before?
Like in my travels or in my memories?
You've never
Your
been to
vision.
Thaur.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Ha! God damn it, Toby. That was good.
Oh, she's Omnissiah's breath.
So, you recognize this packed dirt airfield. Void port, rather. Which, as you take a look around, you see the edge of a forest about 1.5 kilometers away in all directions, with a meter-tall wall made of bone surrounding it.
I want to reach down and grab a sample of the dirt.
Alrighty, what do you want to do with it?
Just pour it in one of my vials.
There you go. You have a vial of dirt.
You have a jar of dirt.
And guess what's inside it?
The answers to life's mysteries.
So,
Yeah,
back to Prey real quick. Did he
Yeah.
sneak anything in?
Let's see.
Prey, do you have flamer cells?
No.
I'm
They
going
didn't
over your
touch
stuff.
Riza, right?
No, they haven't.
Okay, so she still has my sacred incense burner.
So, Pre. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you have fire bombs as well. Do you want to try and
Yeah.
hide any of them?
No.
Alright. So, you're...
I'm going to try to hide away my plasma pistol.
that is different. Alright, you get a... no, minus or bonus to that. All right, go for it.
Rolling doesn't.
Well, you managed to sneak it away.
I place it inside of my chest plate.
Sheesh. Better hope it doesn't go off.
Yeah, then Harold is done. He's just going to look at them with a very angry face as they take it, even first of all touch his weapons at all.
Yeah, they start heaving away the massive armory that Harold was carrying. All right, and I think with that,
can I just make one more to try to hide? What else do I want to try to hide? I tried to hide my hallucinogenic. I'm gonna try to hide my psychotrope grenade.
Alrighty.
Oh, and did they take my force staff?
Your force staff? Are you carrying that?
Technically, yes.
Yes, they will try and take that away.
Okay, so I'm gonna do first for that. And just
Minus 20.
say it's a walking stick. Damn it.
Wait,
Yeah.
Actually,
And then my Happy Time Go-Go grenades.
Yeah.
The psychotrope.
No minus or bonus.
Ah, damn it!
Well,
fail harder.
They can fail a lot harder.
Okay,
Biggie.
so is that the first one, and then the second one?
The second one was the psychotrope. Like we're not gonna roll like every individual item, just chunks of items.
Biggie.
Hmm?
When I see them taking the staff, can I actually like start coughing and kind of playing the part of the old man and say, "Oh, why did you give them my walking stick?"
Roll deceive.
Ooh. I want to assist.
Plus
And,
10.
I start crumbling to my knees and it's like, ugh, fleshy legs. Why do they always fail? I get a plus
Again.
10.
Yeah.
So it's plus 20.
Oh,
Well, with that, yeah, they hand the force staff to Tarvok.
That's fine.
ugh. And again, in lingua technis, I say, "Omniscience blessings upon you, weak enfeebled man of the dirt."
I'm just gonna look at you and nod.
He kind of gives you a smile and a wink.
One last thing, Viggy, for me. Obligatory awareness check to find that damn Eldar.
Go for it.
Keen intuition. Yeah, she's gonna win that hard.
Yeah, do I even have to roll it?
No.
Yeah.
Do I
Right.
feel her presence with the Cynicians that I rolled?
You do not.
Do I notice anything else?
Do you notice anything else with a fail?
the
Aside
second one.
Oh, the second one? With the second one, I only saw the first one. Let me do the roll just for posterity.
Keen intuition.
Let's see.
It's a
Here she
really good
is.
ability.
Really,
It is. Alright, and. Yeah, she destroyed that. Alrighty. Let's see. With the other thing, let me see. Let us see what you see.
Oh, I'm also gonna hand sign to Tarvok really quickly. Give that to Harold when you get a chance, because he is weaponless.
I signal back. The man is never weaponless, but I will do as you ask.
Here we go. You see, let's see. You see that this void port, if the name can be called, it consists of a clearing in an otherwise forested area approximately 3 kilometers across. Oh, a 4-meter high wall of human bones, never mind. I forgot that bit. held together with mortar surrounds the port. Compared to the spaceport you travel through to reach the Oath Unspoken, this place is almost shockingly primitive. It consists of a handful of levels with basic functional landing platforms of cracked and blackened plascrete struts rising off the ground. Most are poorly maintained or showing signs of neglect. A few paths consist simply of patches of compacted scorched dirt, kind of like the one you're on. Numerous laborers from nearby villages attend the port, offering manual labor and some semi-skilled services for travelers. The official staff similarly come from a nearby village. There are minimal prefabricated lodgings on site for use by members of the Adeptus Terra. You see very, very few, if any, members of the Mechanicus around, aside from Tarbach.
I will show them how towers work, and I will become a god.
Alrighty. So, with that, actually, I need to check. Let's see. So, even with the once you have been searched and your weapons removed, the warden in front of you explains, I will, even though you have surrendered peacefully, I will be forced to restrain you. There can be no chances taken with the Lord of the Wake.
Oh, I am definitely not gonna be okay with that. I'm gonna be like, humble servant of the God Emperor. We wish you no harm. These are simply my bodyguards. I must lead these pilgrims, and if I am to be detained, morale will break.
All of you would be restrained.
Think about the effect of morale on these people. They come here for sacred rites. Do you not agree?
No, and roll a deceive.
I'm also gonna use. He is Imperium, right?
He is.
So I do actually get pluses to this.
It's the command test, I believe, for devotional iconography.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh, did anybody assist with that lie?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and speak in and say, this is absurd. I'm a surgeon, not a smuggler.
And I am here as an advisor of the will of the Omnisire to this maiden of the Emperor.
Do you have deceive?
I think I can take it. What? Oh, do you have to have it to assist?
Yes.
Yeah, you need the skill to assist.
Well, whatever. He said something cool.
Yeah. He like you said it still, but sadly it can't help.
I can assist. I'm going to speak up.
Well, so did
Harold is
Colonia.
going
We're
to
good.
stand staring into the emptiness of in front of him.
You can get plus 10 from both of us if Kirshan assists too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I
I
thought it was
have
only
deceive.
once.
No, you can get it for as many people that assist as possible.
Only two.
Only two at a time.
Assist.
I stand corrected.
But
Yes.
still, that's plus 20, so that was an 84.
Yes.
So I got 4
that
degrees.
With the assist, yeah.
Yeah, with the assist, that is barely enough. Even with your good intentions, I cannot risk for even once the slightest danger to the Lord of the Wake.
Oh, then just have 2 of your men come and stand by me. I promise no ill intentions will happen.
Man, it is really hard for them to believe that.
I'm gonna
Even if you
flash
are
my
telling the truth.
Sorry.
No worries. Like, I'm just talking out loud. Well,
I'm just gonna flash my Medicaid licenses and be like, "Did you not hear me? It's more dangerous for you to tie me up."
Harold is going to look around with a big smile inside his helmet because he knows trying to tie him down will be fun.
Alrighty, with that, you see a black carriage being pulled by four strongly built equines start approaching from the road. And let us move here.
Spooky.
Yes. Where is the damn description of that thing? Did I go past it? Damn it, I went past it. Here we go. Ah. Is this it? No, I swear it was here. What? This is insane. Why am I not finding this?
I'm assuming we're in a carriage, or what's going on?
Yeah, you have been. Well, the Mournful Guard escorts you to the carriage as it comes to a stop, and bid you to enter through a door on the side.
I'm gonna enter it. I have no problems with that.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
And probably need assistance, but yes.
I'll help Thaur since I'm a doctor.
Ah, found it. So, as I'm guessing all of you enter the carriage?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
As you have entered, you can hear that your weapons are being loaded into the back of the carriage, no doubt some storage compartment, and which is finally crescendoed with a loud thunk, which can no doubt be which can only be the plasma cannon, depending on the weight. You feel the carriage noticeably sagging after the thunk. So,
Can I roll to see if there's like an opening towards the back from where we're sitting?
no need to roll. You can simply see that you are in an enclosed enclosed compartment.
No. I'm meaning like structural weakness.
Roll an awareness.
My God.
As you test for weaknesses in the wall leading to the back, you find that it is built of some fairly thick hardwood painted black. It would require at least some kind of tool in order to break through.
Harold is just going to look at Thaur.
No.
A tool.
So it's like.
So
So is it just us four in the back?
5.
Oh, it's 5, yeah.
Well, 6 if you count Riza.
And
So it's just
two
us. Like the guards can't see us
Wait.
from the front.
The guards are riding alongside. Well, the guards are either sitting on top of the carriage, in the driver's seat, and the well, it's not. What's the
shotgun.
well?
That's
They
what
wouldn't
it
ride.
is.
I know, but they don't have that like linguistic flourish here.
Then it's riding navigator.
Navigator, I guess. So with the driver and the navigator up front, and you see that the equines that were pulling the carriage are riding alongside with with every member that's unable to fit on the carriage trundling along.
And our hands are restrained, correct?
Yours are. I actually don't know. I gotta... Yeah, Viggy, are they?
Did you submit to restraint?
No.
There wasn't a clear answer. That's why I'm asking.
No. You were able to convince him, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you barely succeeded, I think.
No, it was a success by 4 degrees.
Yeah, and he won, and he got 3 degrees, so barely succeeded.
He only got...
He got 3.
No, he only got 2.
+1. +1 for succeeding.
Yeah, so that's 1 for succeeding. Oh yeah, 1 to 50, 1 to 60, my bad. I thought he rolled a 59. Sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Either way.
So, as you take in the environment through the windows of the carriage, you see that soon there establishes a very monotone pattern, that being of a forest with gravestones and markers dotting the forest floor.
What kind of trees and how tall are they?
I actually have no idea, Mope. What is a typical hardwood
I apologize
called?
for the question.
No worries. You would know this better than me. What's a common hardwood?
I was just be wondering if they were like pine trees or like deciduous trees, like oaks.
More like oaks than pines. They have gnarly roots and thick canopies, not pines. There we go.
Just wondering if they were like the trees on four release.
I'm gonna signal to Riza to actually go to the window really quickly and open her wings so it blocks it.
She's able to block one side of it.
That's good enough. And I'm gonna look to the group themselves. I'm gonna signal to Tarvok. How many weapons do we have?
Let's see. Let's see. We have the staff, the flamer shells for the brazier, luminant capacitors. Harold has unarmed training, doesn't he now?
He does.
So those are technically weapons. And Kershaw, what do you have?
A knife and a pistol.
Throwing knife and a pistol.
Knife and a pistol. So that's. And I hold up the numbers. Actually, Polony, do you have anything?
Do I have any what?
Oh yeah, compact las pistol.
Yeah, I have my gun. Hold up. My worst gun I have on me.
Fair enough. And I hold up 7.
Viggy, out of character question, Harold was bound, right?
No.
Did you resist the restraint?
No, he was just smiling of them trying to, tie his hands together.
Well, they did have manacles.
Well, can I try to do something funny?
Which is?
Break the manacles and scratch my forehead.
Athletics -40? Hold on, let me double check that, because I think there's a test for that somewhere.
You might be thinking of contortionist. That's athletics.
Let's see. No, wrench himself free with a -20 athletics.
There you go.
Oh, -20 athletics.
Nope.
I want to re-roll that.
Go for it.
Rerolled. Let's see.
Nope.
God damn it.
Some tough manacles.
Yep. As you attempt to, I'm guessing you're not grunting with effort and thrashing about when you're doing this, more like trying to slowly pull them apart, right?
Wait, I thought we weren't bound.
Well, Alexis refused to it. Those that did get restrained.
Okay, so I'm not restrained either.
Did you object to it?
Yeah, I showed him my medical licenses and said I'm safe, or it's more dangerous for you to bind me.
Well, then he didn't.
Thank you.
I just mount one of my hands, or like one set of my hands.
Yeah.
So I'm using my combi tool to break just break the manacles.
Well, roll tech use. -10. Actually, wouldn't it be a security to just, pick them open?
Yeah, +10 from the combi tool, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, no, you would need something else.
It's good either way.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it really doesn't. So, I'm guessing you pick it open, but don't remove them, right?
Yeah. Is there a way I can make it keep them on in a way that looks like I'm still bound with them?
Yeah, you can.
Biggie.
Hmm?
Special use for acrobatics contortionist. I'm going to get one hand free from the manacles.
Alrighty. -20.
No, it's just a straight up challenging. At least in the book.
It depends on what you're freeing yourself from.
Yeah, fair enough.
Don't think it matters.
Shit, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you wouldn't have made it either way.
I'm just imagining he flips all the way around his hands and he's just like, how did that even happen?
I was gonna offer to, unlock everybody else so we didn't have to use fate points.
Well, you can fail too.
Even so, can I try to unbind Tobias or Kershawn?
He has a multi-key in his vest, though.
Does he?
Yeah,
I also have a multi-key.
Fair enough.
You're free to go.
Multi-key is what, a +30, so...
Yeah, it's huge. Damn, that's a thing. So, with that, let's see. Through the window that Riza isn't blocking.
Well, after we do all of that, I'm calling Riza back to my lap.
Alrighty. As the carriage takes a turn from one onto what appears to be a side road, you can see ahead of you from the other side, from the side windows, a palace that looks like a solemn cathedral decorated with macabre statues, many of which incorporate actual bones. For much of the palace, simple burning torches or candles provide the illumination. Much of the palace...
I'm going to reach out with Cynesians towards it.
Alrighty.
Nope, I don't sense anything.
You do not sense that this building has any psychic significance. Let's see. Much of the place is constructed of stone blocks hewn from local mines. In more recent years, areas of the edifice have been shorn up with rockcrete or even ceramides by the looks of it. Mostly, however, the palace looks much like it did thousands of years ago. One common element throughout the architecture is the inclusion of human bones or even full skeletons, though not clearly so pronounced as in the Great Ossuaries. The quantity of bones is still higher than typical imperial architecture. Much more curious, however, is the inclusion of strange black stone with an oily sheen. Let's see. Knight, make for me a +20 awareness test.
Oh,
or logic.
I
or logic.
Awareness
+20 logic, Knight, rather. Oh yeah, you made it. You see that this stone that the palace seems to have used for construction material is eerily similar to the material that the Xenos artifacts seem created from. So, if there ever was any doubt that these artifacts are local to this place, well, there can be no more doubt anymore.
This myth has been busted.
Yes.
Actually, can I look over to the party and say, Lady Lockwood, Polonia, Kershawn, Harold, before we move forward, there's something we must do, and that is get our story straight, so that way we do not come off as a pilgrim with a bounty hunter and some bodyguards that include a frail old man and a hulking man of war. We need to figure out what we are, who we are, what we are here for, and have a story that is cohesive that we can all stick to.
Well, we should probably tell the truth as much as possible. We're in the right here. We're not smugglers.
We
Lockwood?
kind of are, but...
Are we? What are we smuggling? Oh yeah, those stupid bodies. Sorry.
Bodies?
Didn't we bring the bodies with the... No, what are we smuggling?
We do
Did you
have some
actually?
Xenos artifacts on us.
I left all mine in the ship.
Yeah, I didn't know we had any on us.
Oh.
Did anyone actually bring any?
Yeah, I
No.
don't think we're Xeno smugglers.
I am, but I don't have them on me.
Okay then. I thought we did.
No. Never mind. Well, that's something. Keep talking, because you seem to be approaching the end of your destination, so talk fast.
Biggie, can I roll to try to remember if there's any notable bounties on Thaur?
Sure. Intelligence -10? Oh, never mind.
And while we do that, so Rin, you are leading us, and we are pilgrims. What are on here to Thaur? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And we are your personal retinue.
Yes.
So a bodyguard, a savant, a doctor, and Kershaw. What can you make them believe you are?
Professional security? Licensed and all?
That'll have
License.
to do.
I mean, I have the license.
Good.
So,
Close enough. Good enough. That'll work.
Okay. Get ready.
So, the carriage comes to a complete stop, and the driver and the navigator step to the side to open the side doors to let you out.
I'm gonna hold out my hand, as a noble would, obviously, for them to take it so that I can climb out.
They take your hand and hold it in place.
May the Emperor's blessing be upon you.
With his other hand, he produces the one-handed version of the Aquila as
And
he
I
helps
will
you down.
return the sign of the Aquila to him and bow my head slightly.
Miss Thalia,
Yes.
could you assist me in exiting the carriage, please, ma'am?
Of course, Tarvok. And I will step down out of the carriage first and help Tarvok out.
And I look to the men and produce the Kaga, the Omnicide, to them, kind of pressing it against my chest.
You see no reaction. They seem again unaccustomed to the members of the Mechanicus.
How rude.
And I'm assuming the rest of us just climb out, right?
Pretty much.
I'll walk beside Tarvok to keep up that I'm his attending position.
Here we go. Let's see.
While we wait, I'm gonna reach out with Sinisians again.
Alrighty. Roll for it.
what happened?
We climbed out of a
didn't.
carriage.
Okay.
Yeah. You are escorted through what the Mournful Warden explains to you is the Palace of the Lord of the Wake. As you can see, there is adjoining this ominous structure, there appears to be a cathedral next to it, which he explains is where the Lord of the Wake holds his personal sermons for the more elite arrivals on Thaur.
Viggy,
Hmm?
real quick. Can I make an awareness test to see if we're being followed by anyone that isn't the Mournful Guard?
Yes, you can.
Also,
Roll
what
an
does my
awareness.
Sinisians
Plus
get
10.
me?
Reroll. Shit.
Damn.
What about my Cynesians?
Hold on. So, extend as you extend your psychic sense, you feel a sense of sadness emanating from this place. This is you get the feeling that this is a place of great mourning, though the background level in here seems greater than that of the outside.
I'm just gonna, after I feel that, look at Riza and just look back down.
And so you are brought, and as you are walking through the stone halls of the Palace of the Wake, before you arrive at your destination, you see what appears to be what's the line of people? Not a parade.
A procession.
Procession. Thank you. There we go. You see a procession of a procession of people clad in black robes, their faces bone white, and you see and you can hear a constant low volume wailing coming from them as they are and upon closer inspection you see tears running down their bloodshot eyes. They walk past you, not noting your presence, continuing to cry as they go.
Figgy, can I roll Scholastic Lore Thaur to kind of ascertain what's going on here?
Sure can.
I got nothing.
No. This is a most curious event. One you find yourself quite unable to explain.
I'll have to look this up later.
Indeed. Well, you could ask the men around you. They are locals.
And I kind of nod to one of them. What is going on over there?
A man looks one of the Mournful Guard looks at you sidelong and says, "They're professional mourners. They sit at the more elevated members of society before they are sent to their final rest. They will not ever stop crying, for to not shed tears for the heroes of Ascalon would be a great sin."
Very well. I am no stranger to tears myself.
So, you'll finally led up a stone staircase, the handrail covered in a procession of what appeared to be thigh bones. Polonia, roll for me a Medicaid test.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to add the plus 20.
Oh, never mind.
So that'd be 3.
Yeah. Well, so far, in the architecture of this place, you have been able to... Isn't it like... it's 204 bones in the human body, right? I forget, but there's a number to it.
I'm not a real doctor, I don't know.
Does anyone actually know that? Like, out of off the top of their head? The amount of bones in the human body?
206.
Ah, damn, I was close. Ah. Thank you, Pri. So, Polonia, you have been able to recognize 186 of the 206 human bones in the human body. You have not yet found the smallest one, though where they would put that into the architecture, you are somewhat
Are you talking about the hammer in your ear?
Yeah, the hammer in your ear. You have not been able to see that yet.
I'm going to assume that if they were there, they would have sunk to the bottom way out of sight.
Most likely. But they seem to have used... Well, thigh bones appear to be in thigh bones and skull appear to be the biggest ones, though you have been finding ever more obscure bones.
This place is so morbid.
Yeah, it's almost like the Lord Captain told you about this.
It's a necessity.
Roll
just
for me.
Go ahead.
Actually, come to think of it, when Ren says that, Knight, roll for me another Scholastic Lore Thaur. Plus 10 this time.
Plus 10.
Where did that knocking come from?
Yeah, I apologize about that. My downstairs neighbors are building stuff.
Oh, snap.
Actually, Viggy, on my datapad, I have I recorded the records from the archives. Does that mean an archivator kicks in?
Yes, it does. Does that mean you can reroll?
Yes, with a -10.
Go for it.
What the shot? Oh well, I got
Nope.
nothing.
Well, that would have been 45, but still. It would have canceled itself out, but you are, as you scroll through your data slate, you don't seem to find any pertinent information regarding that. Keep up your conversation, Mope and Alexis.
I understand the necessity of having a grave planet, but did they really need to make everything out of the bones of the dead?
Even in death, their duty is never done.
I'll never understand that sentiment.
It's a Lockwood tradition, actually. After my body passes, the bones and everything will be reused for the Imperium.
Wow, this is that on a planetary scale. How morbid.
Think of it. Servitors, serfs, cherubs. They all serve the Imperium for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years.
I used to think that death was getting to rest.
There is no rest for the servants of the God Emperor.
That is a selfless sentiment.
And this whole time, I'm just gonna be like looking at Polonia, but my eyes are gonna glance over at Riza. Even in death, we serve.
Where I'm from, when you died, they tended to bury you. Or when I was in the fleet, they would generally shoot you into space.
They're giving up vital organs, then. Organs that can go on to save people.
If they were harvestable, we would do that. I assisted in a few, but generally such cases were rare. Most people who are on the brink of death didn't have salvageable organs unless they were murdered.
This is true. But the skulls could go on to become servo skulls. The body has many uses after its death.
I just figured a more composite material would do better and be a bit less morbid.
It's seen as an honor. I mean, just ask our tech priest friend.
I'll look over at Tarvok for a second with a bit of question in my eyes.
And
And then go ahead.
I was saying, do I notice them? Because I'm just kind of talking to one of the guards.
Do you want to ask that in person?
Oh, I just looked at one of the guards and asked, by the way, is it appropriate if I am allowed to smoke here?
He simply shakes his head.
Is that a yes or a no?
That is a no. So, yes, Tarvok does indeed hear that little exchange and the question directed at him.
Is there something I can inform you of, Miss Thalia or Miss Roses?
No. We were just making an example.
But of course. Just know that when I die, I wish for all of my parts to be... I wish to be broken down to my base components so that I may be reused in something useful.
I'm hoping that when I die, I get to be buried on 4 at least. And I'll turn back to Rosalina.
I'll see to it. And I kind of give a smirk when I say that.
I'm gonna speak up afterwards and say, well, of course I don't intend for that to happen anytime soon.
And I'm just gonna giggle a little bit and then just be like, we should get moving more.
Well, you
forward.
have been escorted this entire time. The conversation is taking place as you walk.
I just can't imagine walking on a road of skulls every day. These many symbols of death are just... Doesn't it take something out of you?
Why would it?
Because they're symbols of death.
Alexis, do you have Scholastic Lore Ecclesiarchy or Ministorum?
I think that I should, but I don't. I have Sororitas. Scholastic War. I have War and Imperial. Tactica Imperialist.
Let's see. Do you actually have anything use? You have Underworld. Man, you should buy Common Lore or Scholastic Lore Ministorum, because you can get some really good rolls from that. Okay, never mind. Actually, I'm just going to say that you know that the human skull in Ministorum doctrine is not a symbol of death, but a symbol of human purity.
The skull. It's the purest form of humanity. It's why its symbol is everywhere. It's something that we must always remember. We are the perfect race. And I'm gonna think back to that Eldar. Those Xenos will never understand that, and that's why their jealousy drives them to attack us.
Well, we might be perfect, but I'd say that our nervous system was the most pure form of us, if my Medicaid knowledge tells me anything. I'm not one to argue with ecclesiarchal doctrine, though.
Well, one is the body, the person themselves. The other is the symbol of what we are.
Before you are able to continue this discussion, you find yourself stopping before a large double door made of the wood that is so commonplace in the architecture of this palace and other surroundings, no doubt made from the surrounding trees. It is sculpted in the oh so common symbols of this place, of various skeletons or simple bones making up words and letters. And night is back, never mind. And the 2 Mournful Guard at the front of this little escort pull the doors open with a creak. Inside, you see what appears to be a mix of an office and a small church. At the back of the chamber, you see a stained glass window. There we go. Yeah, a mosaic stained glass window depicting scenes of the Emperor as a, well, rather less opulent than he usually is. He appears to be a gaunt skeleton, though his iconography is the only thing that would set him apart from the others. At the base of this window, you see a simple but robust-looking stone desk and a wooden chair and a wooden upholstered chair behind it. In front, there are pews where normally the rest of an office would be, and the walls are hung with religious texts and iconography. In the chair, you see a gaunt figure, almost as pale as the skulls of those you have walked past. He is wearing a heavily ceremonial robe, a black ceremonial robe, with what? And if this is indeed if this is indeed Geronius Pyre, the Lord of the Wake, he appears a lot less ostentatious than say a cardinal of another world, or in fact the planetary governor of an entire shrine world. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the sentence there. Description over.
What was his name again?
Let me type that into chat. That would be Geronius Pyre.
Okay.
Here we go. Lord of the Wake and planetary governor of Thaur.
Geronius Pyre. Or Geronius? Geronius Pyre, I presume.
He, as you are escorted through the main aisle, between two sets of pews, about 6 of them, he looks slowly. You can almost imagine his skeleton creaking with age, and he holds up a thin-fingered hand and bids, pointing you towards the pews at the front.
I'm gonna look over to him and be like, very well, and go and sit down.
Does everyone have a seat?
Yeah, I'll follow and sit down.
Sure.
Alrighty. As you take your seats on the front pews, you see around you that the Mournful Guard have taken up positions near the walls and the columns that split the pews. They seem to have divided themselves to cover the angles of the room very well.
I'm gonna hand sign over really quickly to Tarvok. They're in a battle formation.
This kind of,
Noted.
yeah, true-ish. So, the Lord of the Wake sets down his his quill, not even an auto quill. How quaint. And lays his hand in front of him. So, I would have actually the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, where are the artifacts you have been hiding?
This has been a question that we've been asked, yet we do not understand.
You see, my men tell me that when you were searched, you did not have any artifacts upon you, and yet you came down in a single ship from the Oath Unspoken, ahead of the rest, carrying no corpses for burial. So that must mean one thing, and that is that you have been, and that you are here to come and pick up items. Where were you keeping them before?
I'm gonna do something stupid and dangerous.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna try to telepathic link and read his mind.
Oh boy. This
What's
can
the
end
modifier for it?
quickly. Do you have the psi focus?
Yes.
Plus 10 then. Knight, can you hear us? Alrighty.
You can't hide the truth from me.
He will attempt a willpower test. Let's see. This will be... Where is it? Here we go. Does he have any talents that help with this? No, he does not. Is it an opposed test?
It's opposes with him. Because, yeah, I had that problem.
It
The pose is with...
yeah, a telepathic link is not an opposed test. The attacker chooses a person in line of sight who opposes this power with a willpower test. If the target fails, the attacker can either read the person's thought or send them a brief mental message. No, you are unable to penetrate this man's mind, as it appears as cold and calculating as the environs in which he has surrounded himself. But nothing bad happened, so that's something.
And I'm assuming he doesn't notice the psychic shenanigans.
No, this, mind reading is, if nothing bad happens and you don't push, then you're fine.
I noticed that, though.
Yes, you do. You notice that Ren is attempting to enter this man's mind, but you see the bastion of iron will that is protecting him.
I'm gonna stare, kind of speechless at this guy's concept of justice. I'm not sure what to say before looking over with concern to Rosalina.
I'm just gonna shake my head slightly and just be like, you accuse us, but yet you searched everything, and we know not of these artifacts. Are you harboring them?
Are you returning the accusation now?
Yes.
Roll for me. Actually, roll for me. And then, do you have interrogation? Actually, does anyone here have interrogation?
Don't think so.
No.
I was to say, this
Got
kind of sounds
this.
like reverse interrogation.
Got this.
Say this. Oh, she got it. Shit.
No, Toby, what was that you said?
I said this sounds a bit more like a reverse interrogation. He seems kind of... He doesn't really know what to ask.
Well, he is... I am going to have him roll interrogate, and he doesn't have the interrogate skill, because he's just...
Oh,
wow.
Shit.
He is bad at it, but...
You can spend fate points at degrees of success.
Let's see. He got 4. She has 2. You would have to spend 3 fate points to win that opposed interrogation test.
It's not worth it.
That's a bit much. That would be the rest, right?
No. I have 4.
Oh yeah, you have 4. Then you'd have only 1 left. Not worth it, as Mope said.
I'm just leaving out the options.
Hang on. There's something dumb in the comments. And I just need to block that channel really quickly. I can only put them in timeout, but yeah. Anyway.
It's
just
something
a bot.
happened in the YouTube. Oh, YouTube comments, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, the stream is going on. I don't actually have that open. I shouldn't.
But anyway. How many would I have to spend to match him?
To match him, 2. He would still win because his willpower bonus is bigger than yours. You would have
what's
to...
the interrogation, how do I resist an interrogation?
No. You resist with willpower, but remember, you are like trying to turn the tables on him.
Well, yeah, so
By
he would
trying
interrogate me, I would willpower
Yeah.
resist and interrogate him.
Well, it is an opposed interrogation test this time because you are trying to like turn the tables on him.
Oh, I'm still not going to say anything to him.
Remember that you still use willpower to like resist interrogation, but that is like when it's not this specific situation.
Oh, okay. So ignore that.
Yeah, ignore that. But he does indeed roll better than you, and he will reply your question with, "I am the one asking the questions here, and I will have an answer."
You got an answer. We don't have them.
No.
You've searched us. They're not on the ship. They're not on us. Where else could they be?
No.
You could be hiding them out here on Thaur in a hidden location, a drop-off point, if you will, which you have come here to retrieve.
So these things have happened here before then?
It is why you are here. I have been attempting to deal with the situation, and you are my latest suspects.
And you have failed. While you waste your time here with us, others could be landing and doing the exact same thing.
So far, no ship or no lander or ship has exited from the Oath Unspoken. They have sent their usual requests for landings, but their preparations of the dead have not been finalized. It will take some days before they start landing. Would you not say that yours is only a tad suspicious?
Yes.
I'd say it's obvious too. If we really were smugglers, why would we have exposed ourselves like that?
Roll for me a charm test, Mope.
I am going to assist.
Wow.
I got it, just barely.
Dot.
With his...
Yep, he
Agreed.
failed. Yeah, actually, yeah, Mope would have 2 degrees.
No, that'd just be 1, wouldn't it?
No,
Yeah.
Alexis assisted.
No,
I added that to the in there.
She added that to the roll.
Oh.
However, remember, Mope, you are from Thoralis, which means you have
Oh,
+1 to deceive and charm on degrees of success.
I
aw,
mean-
Viggy, you're always there looking out for me.
Of
I am
course not.
deceived. Could I have technically assisted as well?
That is charm. Do you have charm?
Yeah.
Well, you could have helped, but it doesn't. Well, it doesn't help because it doesn't help
Doesn't matter.
either way. Yeah, because he rolled a 95, and it's yeah. So, what was the thing you said, Mope? I forgot.
I said if we really were smugglers, wouldn't it be foolishly obvious for us to come ahead of the rest of the ships?
It would, unless you had set up a convincing enough background or story to cover story to keep yourselves hidden and get past my Mournful Guard.
Well, we didn't, so...
And this is why we are here to find out if you are truly smugglers or not. Let us pretend that you are not. So, what are you?
I am Miss Roseless's house doctor, and I'm going to... Yeah, I guess giving away my name isn't too bad. I'll show him my Medicaid license.
He, one of the Mournful Guards, collects it from you and hands it over to the Lord of the Wake, who patiently reads it through, almost savoring every word written upon it, and before handing it back and saying, "You are a practicing Medicaid, that is for certain. Though, this Roseless you speak of," and he scans the rest of the group before Well, considering that there's only one woman in the group, his eyes come to rest on Ren.
We are not but humble pilgrims. But...
Roll for me a deceive.
Aha!
And you get a plus 20 for assist. Made it.
I'm gonna... While saying this
Yeah.
and everything...
Man, this guy is scrutinized. Well, it's not bad. It's just he's unlucky.
I'm gonna also say... We are just trying to prepare the rites for the rest of them as they come down. But this news of smugglers is daunting. That a servant would attempt this is blasphemy. It's heresy.
Roll charm to convince him.
I'm gonna succeed.
He is going to roll willpower.
Down to 3 command points. Holy
Wow.
shit.
That's 6 degrees of success right there.
Ha! Ha!
He really needed that. Like, had he rolled, like, only he needed 1 to 19 to be able to make that. He had a 20% shot of making that.
Shit. Alright.
Yeah. You said you were here to prepare the way,
Yes.
right? Yeah. He steeples his fingers on the stone desk and says, Lord Ansifor has been many times to Thaur, though he does not deign to visit us much longer in recent years. He is still had no issues with preparations, and it has become quite the easy process to unload this from Thaur. Have you? He asks. Ren, Alexis, roll scrutiny for me, please.
I got it.
Do you have scrutiny?
Nope.
No, you don't.
Roll scrutiny.
Yeah, if you have scrutiny, you can try it. Well, anyone who has it can try it. Well, shit.
Well, he could deceive fail.
Well, he's not deceiving. You were trying to
Fucking-
read him.
Fucking Tarbok.
Versus untrained.
Tarvok, you were able to spot an out in what he just said. If your knowledge of Thaur and the process which the Oath Unspoken is correctly understood, you recognize that if a noble family would be sending servants or representatives to prepare the tomb or catacomb which their deceased relative would be lying in, you would be able to put forth this little suggestion of a lie to Ren. Knight?
I think
Alright.
he's currently... his Discord is messing up a lot.
Shit. Can you type, Knight? Man, he's just not here.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Do we just want to say he does that and suggest it to her?
Let me send him a quick message just to check real quick if he's just... yeah. Let's actually say that Tarvok gives a quick hand sign explaining to you in as simple terms as he can, that idea. Not
What
sure
was
how
the idea? I
Sisters
kind of forgot.
The idea was you are here to make sure that the tomb/catacomb for a deceased relative is properly prepared.
Okay. Well, we are here to make sure that the catacombs are properly prepared, blessed, and sanctified.
Hold on. Okay, so you can read that, but he's not here. Roll for me a deceive. Plus 10? Wow, this man just cannot roll scrutiny to save his life.
Believe all the sweet words that I tell you.
Did you roll?
Huh?
Did you roll deceive plus 10?
Oh, I did not yet. Boop. Got it.
Yeah, you got it.
There we go. Alright, so I'm going to say that to him and just be like... But this news of artifacts scares me. Maybe we chose the wrong world.
Knight, you're back?
No, he's not. Let's continue.
Apparently not. Hot damn, like... I don't know if you restarted Discord yet, but try that if you can hear us. So, he lifts up a hand, almost in a placating gesture, saying, "Fear not, Thaur is still the most sought-after location to be entombed in. It is the second holiest place in Escalon, aside from Asuar."
Yes, but the fact that you're having trouble with Xenos artifacts, which he has said, right?
He has not said Xenos artifacts yet,
Okay.
only artifacts.
So the problem that you're having... So you guys are having a problem with artifacts, though. That can taint this world. I'll have to report this to the Ecclesiarchy at once.
Whoa!
Sorry. My alarm.
Whoa. Sheesh.
I apologize. But I must report this to the Ecclesiarchy at once.
I am the Ecclesiarchy on Thaur.
Then I will have to seek asylum somewhere else.
Wait, hold on. You? Sorry, this is out of character.
No, I'm saying that for the dead that are coming, I will have to guide them somewhere else.
If you feel uncomfortable in this matter, then I can escort you back to your ship.
And by doing this, you would lose trade routes with the captain, of course.
No, if I'm not mistaken, he will still continue to gather the dead. There are multitudes aboard his ship.
But...
Remember, you are only here with one. That's the lie.
Yeah, but I'm gonna lie about the freaking captain being close with us.
Sure.
I mean, maybe, just maybe, my retinue could take care of these smugglers. In which case, I would not have to report this to the captain, and you wouldn't lose the trade agreement.
It's not so much a trade agreement as it is Ansa for getting recompense for transport.
It's still an agreement with the world.
Are you back now, Knight?
Just say that you won't have to report it to like higher ecclesiastical authorities.
That too.
there's only like the Sector Synod, I think. Like
Regardless.
there's only one more step above this guy.
That's still a step higher.
So, what say you, Viggy?
Roll deceive about the trade route thing with a -10.
Aced it.
Well, shit. He tries. Nope. Just cannot succeed on scrutiny.
No.
His willpower tests are ace, though.
Where have you been having a problem with these hooligans? And I'm sure my retinue could easily take care of them.
If I knew where to find them. Actually, damn it, Knight has all the actual info.
So just auto his character.
That's the thing, though, because if he does this, he's like setting. He's what's it called? He has info that would drastically change the conversation.
Damn it, Knight! Get in here.
He is in here, we just can't hear him. Oh, we heard something.
I almost heard him.
No.
Okay,
Shit.
just type. Because we kind of need that information before we press on.
Yeah, well, let me just give a general reminder over some very, very relevant information. Back on the ship, Tarvok informed you of the fact that Archrector Renthir, the second in command on Thaur, aka the guy a step below this guy.
Hello?
We can kind of hear you.
Okay, the guy step below.
Yes, Archrector Renthir. I'll type that out again. Renthir. He is the second in command on Thaur, the religious authority below this pyre guy, and he is the leader of the inheritors, at least the highest ranking leader that you know of, due to the recording that you found detailing out what Sumnius Halbrel said.
Okay, can I show him that recording?
Sadly, I don't think Tarvok took it with him.
Son of a bitch.
Did you? Type it into chat.
On me.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So, with that, are you going to move in? Do you want to change your tact about how you're going to resolve this? As in,
Yes.
okay.
I give it to her.
Okay, you have no leads on who could be these smugglers?
He says, "No, I am trying to capture any I can, and you were the first to fall into my net."
Did Runthar die?
No, that was a different guy.
Okay.
That was Parathas Hain, who got killed on the bridge.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we have some very unfortunate information to give to you. We know who is harboring artifacts here. And you might know him as well.
At this, the Lord of the Wake stands up a fury in his eyes, though he says nothing.
And you know who it is, don't you?
He admits, no, though I am most intrigued to know where you have this information and of whom you speak.
I'm gonna show him the recording at this point.
I'm not going. So you play the recording from the data slate that Tarvok handed you, and you see the fury slowly ebb away from his eyes, replaced by dumbfoundedness and disbelief.
You know this man, don't you?
I know not of the creature in this vid record, but I know of whom he speaks.
That is the leader. Renther. Renthier is the leader of a... Oh, what was the name of the inheritors?
The children of the inheritance. You call them inheritors for short.
Okay, I'm going to relay that information to him.
Yes, and keep going.
He is the one that is doing all of this, and we must hunt him down.
His gaze drops to the floor as you hear him mumble to himself, "How is this possible? Devotion and duty were as natural as breathing to him." He looks back up at you and says, "I always thought that Renthier's bitterness was born from the fact that I was chosen instead of him to become Lord of the Wake. How could he have been so misguided?"
Maybe the jealousy got the best of him.
No, he was ever a dutiful and virtuous man. Jealousy was not something that he was capable of.
Well, regardless, this is the man we need to hunt down.
And it seems he was more capable than you thought.
He is going to roll a scrutiny against Ren, because there's something he might catch. Wow, he just cannot make a scrutiny test to save his life. Sheesh. So, how did you... he asks now, how did you come upon this? And he points at the data slate. This is unholy.
We are sent... I'm gonna look to the party for some assistance on this one.
Oh boy.
Are his guards in the room still?
They are still there watching you.
I think we could tell you more, but you're going to have to dismiss your guards. It is very sensitive.
Out of the question.
I guess you might just never know.
We're not gonna reveal we're Inquisition to him.
I never said I was going to do that.
Yeah, that would just be silly.
You have... So you have something to hide then.
We are not but humble pilgrims.
Roll another deceive. I want to, give this guy...
Oh no, I'm saying this clearly lying. I'm not trying to hide it.
Fair enough. Let's actually... If you're clearly lying, hell, I'll give him a bonus. He'd probably fail it.
Nope.
Fucking finally, he made it. At this, a curious look comes over the Lord of the Wake, and he says, "You're not what you seem to be."
We are with the ecclesiarchy and nothing more.
want to deceive that?
Yep. Boop. Beep.
Right, no bonuses for him. Let's see if you can actually make it this time. He actually did. Hold on, let's see. You have 3, and he has 3. But, let's
Fellowship
see.
versus perception?
No, it's fellowship versus fellowship, actually, when it comes to scrutiny.
Well, then could I have assisted her and give her the 1?
Let's see.
Shut up, Tarvog. Shoot your
Goddammit.
face.
Let's see. No, they, well... No, I'm actually, yeah, how am I going to resolve this? Let's say that he asks a follow-up question. Which branch?
And I just look at him. And I go, most don't recognize me without my armor on. Hehehe, Adeptus Auroritas.
And how did the Sisterhood come... how was the Sisterhood able to discover this?
We have agents all over the Imperium. You think this could slip through our sight?
Fabulous, then. That's the political guys.
Okay.
Yeah, are you going to... Yes, that was a question, not a statement.
Oh, you said it like a statement.
Well, fair enough.
I'm just gonna nod.
And that is that. Though, I must admit, I did not know that actually, he has a few more questions because you're almost in the clear, but he has a few more, like, nitpicks that he has about this story of yours.
God damn it.
Sure he does.
Oh, you're back. Kinda.
For now.
Woo. So,
Okay.
I did not know that the Order of the Watchful Eye was so far away from Juno.
We have eyes and ears everywhere. Most of our agents don't even bear armor.
Roll deceive with a +20 on that. I'm not even going to bother doing anything to him because he just does not.
I mean, there's the direct lane from Juno to the Solium, then to Thaur, so it's not too far.
Well, it is on the edge of the... Well, Thaur is on the edge of the sector, so yeah.
Yay!
Yay. So, with that, he sits back down and says, this is most troubling. How would you suggest to proceed? My men in here can be trusted to keep what has transpired in here to the grave. But if it, like, you told him about, like, the children of the Inheritance and how they are, like, based here, right? Right.
I'm gonna look to Tobian and
He's dead.
Kershawn and Thalia. Setting up an ambush might work.
We'll need our weapons back.
He looks... the Lord of the Wake looks to be contemplating heavily as he lays his chin on his knuckles and says, if it is as bad as you say, members of this Xenos cult maybe anyone on Thaur. You will have to find a way to get around without being seen.
And I'm just gonna look at Kershaw.
Question, Lord Wake. How well mapped out are your catacombs?
The catacombs? No one has a complete map of it. The Ossuarian Guard has some intrinsic knowledge of where to go.
Lord of the Wake, if I may.
Yes.
Do you have any tomes or records of cultural and topography lore of this planet that might assist us in either blending in or evaluating situations in a way that would help us maintain secrecy or subtlety?
There is one way that it could help. And he stands up and goes to one of the bookshelves behind him and drags out a dusty leather-bound tome and sets it down on the table in front of him. And one of the Mournful Guards takes it and hands it over to you. There is in there you will find our ritual observances and other rites, should you find yourself needing to blend in.
Indeed, and as a gift, if you would... Oh, sorry,
finish that thought?
I was going to say, thank you for this. It will be treasured. If you would like, I have something as a token of our esteem that you may find interesting and useful in your work.
What are you going to offer him?
My will.
He holds up a hand, holds up his palms and refuses, saying, "No need. I am quite content with my current writing implements." Mope.
Yes.
You said something about an ambush, or was that someone else?
I believe Rosalina said something about an ambush, and then I said that if we were to do the ambush, we would need our weaponry back.
Ah, that's true. That's how it went. He goes back to that and says, yes, your weapons will be returned to you, though that monstrosity that your god was carrying," and he nods his head over to Harold, "you will find yourself no amount of... you will stand out like a grox in a china shop."
With that, Harold is just going to flip his finger to him.
Is that even a...
If we can say a Tyraxian thing.
Yeah, which finger is it?
His little finger.
Perfect. Tyraxian insult. So, he looks confused at the gesture, though not sure what to make of it. But your lack of protest seeming, he lets it go and says, "It is if need be, I can send an escort of Mournful Guard with you. Though this ambush you spoke of, there is one way to find Renthir."
Oh,
There,
do tell.
There is a celebration that has just begun of Saint Merusat the Virtuous. Thousands of pilgrims are gathering from across the sector to pay their observances to the tomb of the saint.
Can I roll Scholastic Lore Ecclesiarchy to figure out like anything about that saint?
Sure can.
All right.
You make it. You know that along with Saint Meruzad is a lesser-known saint in Ascalon, though he is reputed to have been sainted alongside with Saint Valerian, who became the patron saint of Ascalon, as one of his companions, shall we say. A lesser known. This is a G. Le Breton and his companions kind of situations going on here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So that is lesser known, but still important to the locals and close people close to Ascalon. As a side note, the Lord of the Wake adds, if I'm not mistaken, Lord Captain Ansifor's ship is also bearing some traveling pilgrims who have come to pay their respects.
Yes.
I say this being relevant to the situation by the fact that Renthir was scheduled to preside over the opening ceremony. And
Yes, so it'll be an easy way to track him.
Knight,
Yeah,
you remember what was necessary for the ritual, right?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you want to bring that, do you want to bring up the fact that, well, you should probably bring it up in private to the rest of the party when you move out, due to
Yeah.
what you just figured out.
Well, I was gonna wait. I was thinking we were gonna get like some refuge place. I didn't expect us to get arrested like right off the bat.
Well, true. Oh, you didn't. Oh, yeah, you were going to try and find, like, if there was a gathering somewhere, right?
Yeah, basically. I was going to explain everything once we had a moment.
Fair enough, but never a moment to rest. Not in Queen's Court.
Nope.
So, the Lord of the Wake stands. So it shall be. Your weapons will be returned to you, and I will provide you whatever aid you deem necessary. Though I am saddened to have learned this day.
My lord, one last question, just very minor. I know this planet is of low technological level, but are there any members of the machine cult on this planet whatsoever? Or is it completely void of it?
The presence of the Mechanicus is minimal, to say the least. You are the first one I've talked to in quite a few years.
Very well. Also, is there a library or archive on this planet?
Not a central one, but you will find no end to religious texts.
I'm just gonna smile at that.
Well, I will pass on that. Thank you.
And with that, Harold is going to speak up about his plasma cannon.
What does he say?
If there's a single scratch on that thing, I'm racing this entire planet.
Oh.
Roll Intimidate.
Any plus or minus?
This is challenging.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually going to have him fate point that, because he has fate points, this guy. Wow.
It got
Even
worse.
worse.
It got worse.
I ain't scared. Alright, you know what? I am scared.
Oh.
At this, you see, you notice the Mournful Guard about the place tense up as the Lord of the Wake gives them a signal to stand down and says, I will assure you, your weapons should not have been harmed.
Good.
Forgive him.
All right.
So, with that, you are escorted back out of the office of the wake, and they start escorting you back towards the outside to the carriage that you arrived in.
Okay, I'm gonna proceed to the back of the vehicle and get my sword.
Indeed. Any of you who are still restrained, as by the time you arrive at the carriage, your restraints or your manacles have now been removed, and you are welcome to fetch your equipment from the carriage.
All right.
Once I get my DACA dispensary device, sorry.
I'm sorry. What was that?
My DACA dispensary device.
The triple D.
Heck
Nick
yeah.
doesn't like
No,
the D. He likes all of the D.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Quintuple D is the DACA dispensary device.
Anyway.
Yeah, so wait. Anyway, so we're outside now, right?
You're outside now, standing with the palace of the wake to your right, and a forest filled with mist and tombstones to your right.
Finally able to do so after I lay my gun to the ground and in two hands begin with the luminous capacitors begin heating up a cup of recap, and with the others I begin lighting a cigar.
Can we see it? Yeah, we're near the trees.
Can you see what now?
I was gonna say if we could see the trees, but I was like, yeah, you just said we're right next to them.
Indeed.
I'm just gonna look at it.
You can't see the forest for the trees.
I'm gonna go ahead and just, I don't know if there's like a wall around the trees, right? And there are graves on them.
No, these are not fruit trees. They bear no fruit.
No, I asked, like, didn't you say there were walls around them earlier, and there were
There was a wall around the quote-unquote void port, a 4-meter tall wall made of bones.
All right, well, I'm just gonna go walk over to the trees and just appreciate seeing plant life for the first time in a while.
Indeed. As you arrive at the edge, as you arrive at the edge of the greenery, one of the Mournful Guard holds up a hand and says, "Please tread carefully, for this is hallowed ground, and the dead are ever watchful."
Forgive me, it's nice to see some green plant life again. You don't know how long it's been.
No, I suppose I do not.
I'll be respectful, I assure you.
I'm gonna look over at Polonia and just be like, huh.
Oh yeah, that's true. Man, Harlock would be having a heart attack right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna gather all of my equipment and I'm gonna set out once more with Synesians.
Oh, you made that one, didn't you?
Yep.
Indeed. Though the sense of mourning and loss has left your mind, a eerie quiet settles over your mind. As actually, you can hear the background thing that's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to that.
I'm just gonna listen carefully for a moment. All right.
You notice that there's no insect buzzing.
What? Tarvak,
Yes, Mom.
are there any local wildlife on this planet?
Roll Scholastic Lore.
Actually, I'm just gonna use a fate point and just to kind of pass to pass the test with 4 degrees of success.
Perfect. Let me grab the book because fate points deserve books. Let's see.
Polonia.
Yes, Ren.
Do you notice something missing?
Missing? What do you mean?
Oh,
The
it's an
greenery.
art book.
Why is this no... The greenery. There is no wildlife.
I hadn't noticed, you're right. I was just so taken up to see a tree again.
I miss the manufactorums and...
Here we go. Found it. So,
One day... Sorry,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
One day you'll have to come back to Forlis with me, Thaur. The trees there are much larger. And there are a lot more of them. And there's wildlife there too.
And you also note that the air is cleaner.
That too. The air tastes... Well, it doesn't taste, and I never knew air did taste until I arrived on Desolium with you all.
Tarvok kind of looks up and blows a smoke ring and looks back to her. That might be nice.
So, as Ren and Polonia are pondering the local wildlife, Tarvok, you know that there is a parasite on this world that appears to be the only, somehow, local wildlife. You recognize them as corpse crawlers, as large worm-like parasites found mainly on the cemetery world of Thaur. They make their way into dead bodies, wrapping their grotesque forms throughout the corpse's innards and around its spines. Crawlers are able to motivate the invaded body using bioelectric jolts, animating it like a horrid decaying puppet. For unknown reasons, they seem to prefer the corpses of sentient beings. Instinct drives them to gather and use the host bodies to dig a larger pit in the soil, wearing hands down to the bone in the process. Once finished, the creatures then direct their hosts inside, where the crawlers release a caustic acid that putrefies the corpses in minutes. The creatures gestate in this rotten swamp of liquefied flesh and floating bones, growing fat and bloated. Finally, the worms burst, each releasing dozens of spawn to grow until ready to seek their own host corpses, leaving behind nothing but a pile of sticky bones. When a corpse crawler is obstructed in its instinctual mission, it fights back, using its host body with strange jerky motions. If threatened, it can also spray its acid, usually from the host's mouth, to inflict terrible damage. And that is it. So yeah, there's a
I relay
worm-like-
this information.
Yeah, in all its disgusting detail.
That
Yeah, visceral.
is horrifying. To
Yes,
disgrace
it
the dead.
is.
They're not
Ren.
raising the dead.
Lady
Okay.
Lockwood, if I die upon this planet, please burn my corpse.
Your parts are too valuable, Tarvok. You will be returned to the Imperium at large.
Oh, at least send me back to Mars, where I belong.
Possible.
That is all I ask. Don't leave me to die. Do not leave me to a fate like this.
I'm gonna...
You know, Tarvok, if they buried you in one of these groves, you could feed these trees.
I would rather not.
Come to think of it, Polonia recognizes the fact that most of the trees grow as tall as they do, no doubt due to the nutrition in the ground.
That is absolutely disgusting. I love it.
It's morbidly nutritious.
That's fertilizer.
Sure is.
Ugh.
And if you
Again,
think about it, the people of the Imperium live on through trees.
Again, Harold is
Yeah.
just going to look at the trees and in awe, and then look at Tarvok, then rev his chain axe.
What?
These trees would be great for defense.
You know what? Tell you what. Later on, I will... I kind of laugh at this and kind of put down my cigar. Once we're done, I will see about requisitioning us fine wood like this for that fence. But, Viggy, do I know anything about the festival and like what actually takes part? Like, is it like a
The
organized event, or are we talking like
a celebration?
Yes.
It is
Yes.
indeed an organized event held yearly on Thaur. But then again, there's odds are if you arrive on Thaurs, there's always some saint being celebrated or somewhat, or some such, I
Right,
should
but-
say.
But what I'm saying is like one of those like, or we're talking like a county fair or a deal where it's a bunch of different stalls and stuff, or just I want to know like what the general organization layout of this celebration is going to be like.
It's a giant religious gathering.
Okay, so it's a revival.
Yeah, it is a yes, kind of like that. Yes, Toby.
So once I gather all my things, I want to head back inside the cathedral. And I want to go to the Lord Wake's office. I'm not going to go in it. I want to see if there's anyone inside it.
Right. So while they're busy having their conversation, then.
The tree fest, yeah.
Ah, right. So, actually, you will have to. So, if you're going to sneak, are you going to sneak towards?
Oh yeah, sneak.
Yeah. So let's see. Da. Let's see. Perception. Instead. No, they do not spot. Well, that was scrutiny. I meant to roll awareness. Well, the
Same?
roll is bad. The roll is the roll doesn't work. They would have gotten like an extra +10 because they have better awareness than they have scrutiny.
Fair enough.
So, but they still would not have made it. So, as you arrive back at the double doors of the office of the Lord of the Wake, you see that they are closed.
Can I just give it like a light push to see if it's locked?
Indeed, you can. As you push upon, actually, you would have to like tug on it because it opens outwards. So,
I mean, just like a light.
gently pulling on the door, you find that the door gives the locking mechanism not in place.
Can I, with that awareness test, can I hear anyone inside? The door is slightly cracked.
As you slowly put a crack on the door, you can and put your ear to it. You hear that the office currently seems to be empty.
With that, I would like to attempt to sneak inside.
Alrighty, do that. And
Since
I will
it's
see
like a
if-
creaky door, do I need any penalties or?
let's give it a -10. Here's the opposing awareness. They do
I
make
win.
it. Yeah. And you are able to sneak inside. You are standing once again in the office of the Lord of the Wake. Its church-like affection no less diminished now that it is empty. But you are free to move around this time.
Well, I got a wager to win, so I'm gonna go check his desk.
Alrighty. Let's see what you can find. Alrighty, so actually,
Do I need to roll awareness or
yeah, roll awareness for me to see.
any modifiers?
Hold on, let me actually check. I think there is like a built-in modifier to this. Let's see. It is a challenging, no plus, no minus.
I'm gonna spend a fate point to give myself an extra 10.
And you made it. Let's see.
Would my aspects have helped that at all?
I don't.
I don't think it would. I'm just
know.
checking face. Okay, just asking.
Let's see. Mm-hmm. As you rifle through the desk of the Lord of the Wake, you find various scrolls and parchments. These appear to contain Mournful Guard patrol reports and Ossuary Guard, and reports from the Ossuarian Guard. The Mournful Guard is mostly them complaining about the increased traffic of the pilgrims and the fact that there seems to be a notable increase in the corpse crawler activity east of here, which no doubt is annoying them to no end, since corpses are holy in this place.
Real quick, I'm going to pull up my data so I can just kind of spark notes that.
Mm-hmm. The Osirian Guard, however, is... You're going to have to ask Tarvok if he got any info on those guys, because I don't think they've been mentioned before.
But the scroll says...
The scrolls mentions the fact that the catacombs under the Cathedral of Saint Merusad seem to be suffering a number of blockages, as in cave-ins and such, though the number of them would seems to have increased, and not all of it appears to be just normal decay.
Did it state how many members specifically?
It does not. It merely mentions the fact that there's way more of them, as in an alarming number, and the Osirian Guard is finding itself in trouble trying to repair and mend all the tunnels without simply calling in manual labor from the local villages, which they would of course never do, because the catacombs are holy, damn it.
Do I recognize anything Xenos origin, considering I got a wager to win?
In the desk?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me check the office again. Where was it?
No question. Is his office obviously connected to a bedroom of any sort?
With that awareness test of yours, no, it appears to be a separate... this appears to be an enclosed space, as in...
So it's just one door in and out?
Yeah, one way in and out. This appears to be his workspace, at least. You see no hints of anyone actually living here.
But Xenos shit, any?
In the desk, no, there does not appear to be any. There is the various religious tomes, writing implements. Hell, there's even an Emperor's Tarot deck, though Ren was unable to sense any psychic potential in the planetary governor. Roll for me an awareness test, Toby.
Any pluses and minus?
Plus 10, actually.
Aspects, though?
No, this is hearing based.
Yeah.
You make it. You can hear someone approaching from beyond the double doors.
Shit. Does it look like there's anywhere I can hide, like under pews or?
Well, there are arches. There are arches up tops. There are, if you are able to, you can either sneak behind one of the bookcases. Well, there are places to hide. Just depends on where you want to hide.
So they're not at the door yet. I just hear the footsteps coming, correct?
Yes, you hear someone approaching the door. Though, would you want to take the chance or not?
How heavy do the footsteps sound?
You hear 2 of them, at least. They sound bulky enough in their step.
Let's see. Yeah, do I want to try to... Yeah, I'm going to try to climb up an arch and hide in it.
Alrighty, roll acrobatics. Plus 10. Due to all the... Whoa!
Just barely made it.
Yep, barely made it. Alrighty.
Then stealth.
As you ascend, one of the... Yeah, like, holy shit. they would have to, like, even if they crit, it doesn't matter because it's an opposed stealth. I'm just gonna roll a d100 because it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So, with that, as you ascend one of the pillars, you are managed to hide in the shadows of an arch up top. When you see what appear to be two black-robed figures walking into the office of the Lord of the Wake, they are garbed in the ceremonial robes of the Eulogus Askeline, and they speak between them in hushed voices.
Can I attempt to hear them?
Yes, you can. Awareness, mine's 20.
Yes.
Made it. So, as as the two robed, pale-looking figures come to a stop in the middle of the in the middle of the aisle between the pews, you can hear them whispering amongst each other, and the conversation goes something like, "Did you hear about the outsiders that came to the office of the Wake?" The other replies, "Indeed, it is a most disturbing sign if the Lord has been bringing in outside help. Renthir should be noted, yes?" "Shh, be quiet, you fool. Do not invoke that man's name. Who knows what the outsiders brought?"
Oof. Oh, man. Ugh.
And with that harsh rebuke, the two robed figures move themselves back out. And you hear them, one of them mumbling as they are about to leave, "The Lord was not here. We will have to try again later."
So, Sorry, guys, I gotta do this. I'm gonna pull out my throwing knife and throw it at one of them. The one that's last in the doorway.
Oh boy. Roll ballistic with... I'm gonna say you don't have a time to aim, but I will say that you have time to get the surprise on him. So ballistic skill plus 30.
Let's see here, then it's accurate, so... No, but I don't aim. Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn. Roll damage. Because I want to see if this...
Degrees, swap it out, make it 5.
Alrighty, let's see.
So, let's see.
What is...
To the 81.
Let's
So
see.
that's his right leg. So it'd be 10 to the leg.
Holy crap. This guy has... Yeah, he survives because of his toughness bonus. He has 1 wound remaining. Actually, no. So, with that, you
I'm
hear...
gonna jump down.
Oh boy. With that, you hear the one of the other robe figure start. He falls to the ground with a yelp as he starts screaming and pulling at it pulling at his own leg. The other robe figure is still. Yeah, he has barely been able to register the fact that this has happened. All right.
So as I jump down, I'm going to quick draw my revolver. And you said the one I hit with the knife is on the ground, correct? Like prone, or
yes, he is
is
prone.
he still?
He is prone.
Then actually, I'm going to quick draw my shotgun as they come down, and I'm going to shoot the one that's still standing.
Alrighty, roll to hit.
What range is it? My shorter blank.
Are you in 3 meters or closer? Yeah, I'm gonna say that you're 3 meters away. Well, roll a d10. Before you roll, high or low?
Low.
Roll a d10. You are 3 meters. You are in point blank.
So half aim, point blank, semi-auto, with a +10 cause scatter.
Yeah. Actually, let's see. Do these guys even have dodge?
Let's see here. So it's a -20 dodge.
Just
That's
so everyone
only-
knows in the chat right now that's actually watching this, me and Polonia having like this really nice conversation outside, just in the chat on the side.
Yeah.
Also, I did roll an awareness to overhear the gunshots, and I did not.
Did I though?
Arbok heard them. By the
I
way.
think you'd hear it because it would echo throughout the whole damn cathedral.
Yeah, how far away
like-
was it? Because we should hear that up to a kilometer.
Yeah, like
Because shotguns are loud.
Oh,
And
it's a
he's-
shotgun? It'll be way further than that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna echo throughout the whole damn cathedral.
Yeah, like there's no chance in hell. Like everyone automatically succeeds on hearing this. And yeah, you are in point blank. You hit them, and do they have dodge? They do not. I'm rolling a d100, so they need a 10. No, they don't. need
After
a
the
10, they need-
-20?
Even after, like, yeah, no. They have agility 30, -20. They need.
Yeah, so they need a 1.
Yeah. Damage.
Okay, I think
Okay.
we're all heading towards the cathedral now.
Okay, Viggy, this damage roll already has the scattered damage added in.
All right. Oh yeah, you just blow him away.
Then, as one's on the ground, I'm gonna rush over and put the bayonet of the shotgun to his throat.
He grabs your shotgun.
Okay. I'm
And-
going to... As he grabs it, I'm going to drop it, pull out a pair of manacles, and try to cuff him.
As you drop the shotgun, he drags it onto his throat.
Can I attempt to stop it?
I mean, did you engage in the other act? Like, did you try and start readying your manacles?
Oh,
It's
he
like-
dead.
I imagine it's like holding it at his throat with one hand with my hand still like on like the grip. Then the other hand would be reaching into it.
Strength, Then let's see.
That sounds fair.
Alrighty, let me grab an appropriate dude. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, and this guy. There we go.
Are we in the room? Are we
Uh,
actually getting close yet?
Are you? You hear the?
I
You hear
win.
the shots?
Yeah, we all ran towards him.
Yeah. So you started running now.
So he doesn't stab himself in the neck.
He does not.
So I imagine I yanked the shotgun out of his grip, correct?
Yes.
So with that, I'm going to throw it to the side so he can't grab it. Then I'm going to try to wrangle him to be manacled.
Indeed. So, with that, as you are manacling the Eulicus Askeline, as you are, how do I phrase the Thaurian? There we go. As you are manacling the Thaurian, who is still has a knife stuck in him, and he's as he cries out in pain. Two things happen. One, you notice a squad of Mournful Guard arriving, their shock bows drawn, and from the other side, you see, I'm guessing the rest of the warband started running?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. Harold
Perfect.
is supercharging.
Supercharging? You mean sprinting?
sprint.
Yes, because
Supercharging.
It's supercharged.
Harold is the one that can run the furthest and fastest.
That is true.
Sprint the farthest, but
Indeed.
anyway,
So-
moving on.
So, the Mournful Guard start urging you, point their shock bows at you, and I don't know what the rest of the warband is doing as they arrive. Harold up front.
I'm ripping the thoughts out of his mind.
Which one?
The guy he's holding.
He's probably thinking, oh shit, I'm
No,
caught.
Alright.
I want to know every bit of thought that happened prior to you getting to this situation. Which would be surface level thoughts.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where did I put that? Here he goes. Willpower. Man, this guy's willpower is shit.
He makes it.
Mother.
He
Poses with.
He not needed a 25.
Ah, damn it! This power's useless.
Hashtag Psyker Life.
It's not useless.
It's
just
completely useless.
babe.
Wah.
He has 25 willpower. He had a 75% chance of failing that.
So as the guards kind of come in and sort of point their
Shock bows.
shock bows, I want to look at them and say, well, it looks like the outsider's doing a job for you, eh? Get the
They-
Lord Wake. This is above your pay grade.
So, the rest of the warband is here. What are they going to do?
I still don't have any guns drawn. I'm just going to ask, what's going on? Why do you have a knife to his throat?
No, there's...
He has a knife in
manacled.
his leg.
Yeah, you see a large knife sticking out of the robed man's leg.
What did we tell you about running off on your own without informing people? You have a microbead.
If I talked to you, I would give my surprise. And I think it's worth it this time.
I'm gonna try to cast telepathic link for a third time this episode.
On who?
On the guy that you're holding.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from trying it again. Except, possible damnation.
Double.
I don't roll doubles.
Oh, thank God.
You say that.
There you go.
There you go.
Finally!
So, with the... Let's see. Telepathic link, the thought reading. The psycho reads the thought to his thought, with the GM determining the nature of the information gained. The more degrees of success scored on the focused power, the more information is gained overall. The higher the psi rating of the power, the more secretive the information gained. Seeing how you only used one, you are only able to access surface thoughts.
Which this
So-
is the surface thought.
Well, the surface, that thing that is foremost in his mind is a whole lot of pain and screaming, and while he is thinking about the knife in his leg, he's also thinking about the outsider who is currently, who was sneaking around the the Palace of the Wake, and his buddy that just got his head blown off.
I don't know what they were
let's-
talking about prior. The
Well-
entire situation up until Toby.
Let's see. You got 3, 4. You got 4 degrees of success. Yeah.
Maybe he can hear. She could just hear the name Runther, whatever the hell his name was.
You hear. You can hear in his thoughts him a connection to the Archrector, meaning he's thinking about how this impacts him.
I'm gonna look at the warband really quickly. Protect Kershawn. This man, he works for Runther.
Yes. The Mournful Guard is hesitant at this point, but one of them appears to have run off to fetch the Lord of the Wake.
I'm gonna order them to stand down.
Oh, I said to grab the Lord Wake. This.
They are, they are still aiming their shock bows, still unsure, until they receive some, actual higher authority. Ren, do you want to roll a command on this?
I am gonna auto-succeed.
Alrighty, willpower.
Stand down. Lower your weapons.
They did not get more than 4 degrees of success.
I mean,
At this...
technical question, real quick.
Hmm?
Since her devotional iconography would have came in, would have added degree of success, or just based off the fellowship bonus?
Sadly, no. It is when it comes to doing fate points and stuff like this, bonuses are completely discarded.
Yep.
Fair enough. Just technical question.
Yeah. So they do not get more degrees of success than you, and they lower their weapons, but they do not leave or sheath them. So, as are you actually going to, heal the man that you're currently that's currently bleeding on the ground?
I mean, that's up to the doctor.
Nope.
I'll remove
Do I
my
heal
knife
the
if he
man
says
bleeding
so.
on the ground, like the one who got stabbed or the one who got shot?
One that got shot
The one
still.
who, the one who
Yeah.
got shot got his head blown off.
Yeah, so do I heal the guy that you've got there? Like,
Your
yeah.
choice.
I mean, it would help keep him alive.
I'll move up and stop the blood loss at least.
Alrighty, roll Medicaid. I think you auto
I don't have to for blood loss because I have Anarthisium.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she gets a bunch of bonuses.
Yeah, like it's. I'm gonna roll a d100. If it's 100, she fails. But wow, close, but didn't.
Awesome.
Yeah. So with that, you remove Kershan's knife from the leg, and you are able to stop the bleeding.
Who wants me to do something incredibly stupid?
On a scale of 1 to Gate to Infinity, how stupid?
Gates of Infinity.
Oh,
Do it.
no.
I want to read his mind and I want to push. So how do I push?
No. No.
And that's how Queen's Court ends with Ren getting pulled into the warp.
Please reconsider.
No,
Remember what happened the first time I pushed?
I'm gonna
Toby,
use a
I
psi
became
rating of
demon
2.
Toby, you were the one who told her to do it, and now you're backing out. What is this?
Yeah.
Wait, how do I use more psi?
So you want to use telepathic link, right?
Yes.
So you press cast.
Yep.
It asks for psi use, yes.
Yep.
So that one that you see there, that's the current psi rating that you're using for the power.
Okay.
So you can't, because you're an unbound psyker, you can push up to maximum of +4.
I'm not gonna push that hard.
Okay, how much do you want to push? How
2.
much? 2. So you want to go from 1 to 2. That will get you some better stuff. Well, more secretive information. So what you do is you put in psi use 2, and then it asks for the modifier, which is 10, as always, for the psi focus. Now.
Can I spend a command point to give myself a degree of success, or
You
no? I'd have to reroll that.
You would have to roll it. Hold on. That brazier thing, does it affect
Yes.
you too? Now, you do succeed because you can draw a line of sight to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do succeed. However, that is not a doubles. Actually, no. Unsanctioned psychers, they.
Oh, I
Whoa.
was just saying that.
That's
Well,
just
they're
baloney.
just trying to sense.
Yeah, it's just me trying to notice that I don't.
Yeah. Also, unsanctioned psychers, when they push, they get psychic phenomena no matter what. Alexis, roll for me 1d100 plus 10.
I hate to be that guy, but it'd actually be +20 because you get
For
an
what?
additional 5 for psi use when pushing per point of psi use added, up to a maximum of 20.
Let's see. I need to double check that. Let's see. Psi strength as a strength unbound. At 5 plus. Oh yeah, no, it would be plus 15 then. So D100 plus 15, Alexis.
Woo!
God. Uh-oh.
That's perils.
Just a straight up D100.
D100.
All right.
My butt is clenched hard.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh shit! Grand incursion.
Nope. Yeah, it is. Never mind.
You're demon bait now. Congratulations.
A great and
Well-
terrible warp entity takes an interest in the Psyker's flesh. Who instantly makes an opposed -20 willpower test against the Psyker.
I forget, did you say resistance sphere came into this?
The resistant psychic powers would help here.
Can I grab her?
Can you grab
Don't
her?
know what's going on.
You have this. No, this is like completely beyond you. Completely beyond Harold, I should say.
You were like 6 points away from dying.
6 points?
Or like, and then if
I'm
you
gonna
roll,
roll. Well, with her brazier, would it just be -10 since it says all willpower?
It is a willpower test, yeah. Like all bonuses are applicable. So Alexis, roll for me a willpower -10.
Would strong-minded come into this?
I don't think she has it.
Oh no.
It is an opposed test, though.
I might re-roll it. Wait,
No,
that's
no,
one. Yeah,
You
I
win.
guess.
You win. It's opposed.
Yeah, it's opposed. So with that,
Oh, thank God.
let's see. If the demon wins, no, the demon didn't win. If the Psyker wins the test, she suffers a 2d10 toughness damage, and forever adds +10 to all rolls on psychic phenomena and perils of the warp, as her polluted body now serves as a warp conduit. And Rosalina is now demon bait.
Neat.
Actually, I'm gonna retitle it to Lesser Demon Bait.
Okay, so what do I have to roll?
2d10.
Oh, that's not too bad. Boop. 12. Oh shit, that actually puts me into critical.
No, that's not damage. That's
Not wounds.
Toughness damage.
So your toughness goes down by 12 points.
Yeah, you're down to 20 toughness.
Like
You
total?
got that best army.
No. Like,
Temporary.
it's characteristic damage gets regained one per hour.
Oh, okay.
So for the next hours, you will get your toughness back to your full. However, I am going to have to drop your armor and defense and your fatigue threshold, which goes down to 8. This goes down to 2. This goes down to 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So you are less tough right now.
Well, she
I
won the
will
power.
succeed.
She did get the power, yes. So, resolving all of that just happened, as Ren once again tries to bury deeper into this man's psyche to get whatever secret she can get, she pushes her psychic gift and finds that that she has pushed too hard and drawn the attention of a malignant entity. Before, as she senses the entity's smile, and she is able to slam the fortress that is her mind shut, and keep the creature out while maintaining the telepathic link to the bleeding man that has been manacled to the bleeding Thaurian who has been manacled to the floor. As you breach,
Hey, he's not bleeding anymore.
he's not bleeding anymore. Sorry.
It's okay.
As you get deeper into this man's psyche, you are able to gather a meeting place for which he seems to have been planning to go to before the celebration truly begins for Saint Merusad. You have a location in your head now. In fact, you have the direct path all the way from the Palace of the Wake and the road to get to it. It appears to be some kind of local tomb a bit further out, a bit further away from the actual cathedral than the celebration will take place. So yeah, this appears to be the place where they were going to gather.
Okay. So I get that information. Sweet deal.
Indeed.
I'm gonna take a long breath and then look back at the men in front of me. Yes.
So, are you going to do anything before the Lord of the Wake shows up?
Nope.
Alrighty. As you stand over the manacled man, the Lord of the Wake arrives, two mournful wardens at his side, and he says, "What is the meaning of this?"
So I'm gonna stand up the manacled man up. I'm just gonna kind of notion him to come into his office.
Mm-hmm.
I assume the party follows suit, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, roll for me a willpower test.
Fuck.
Is he gonna drink disinfect?
No, not quite. As the warband, the Mournful Guard, and the Lord of the Wake move into the office of the Wake, Harold, you notice that there's still some blood pooled on the ground. It's not a pool of blood. It is more of a think of a palm of your hand, about that size, and it is very, very thin.
Yeah, I think a pool would be applicable since the other guy got his head blown off with a shotgun.
Well, that was. I'm not gonna.
There would be a lot of blood if he has had his head blown off.
Yeah, there would be too many. Like, it would be all over the place with gray matter and skull fragments and stuff like that. Moving on. So, Harold, you notice that it looks enticing.
Lickety lickety.
So I'm guessing you're going to scoop some up with your fingers then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone who wishes to roll a -20 awareness due to the commotion can attempt so.
Ren is too busy holding her head currently.
Indeed.
Kershaw won't say anything.
Right. It tastes of copper.
Tasty.
Slurp.
That's unsanitary.
It sure is.
How heretical.
Yes. So, as Harold finishes his lickety-split, he joins the rest of the warband, and the doors to the Office of the Wake get shut as the man gets... I'm guessing that the man gets pushed into one of the pews.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Lord of the Wake does not bother taking a seat this time, and is looking right at you, Kershaw, and as he says, "Would you care to explain yourself?"
Yeah, simple. Him and his dead friend are in league with... Crap, what was his name again? I can't... Or how to pronounce it.
Renthir.
Yeah, these two, they worked for Renthir. I heard them talking about it. I pull out the bloody knife. I dropped this in here from earlier, and I came to get it back.
Renthir works for me, and I'm the only person on this planet that doesn't work for Renthir.
Which is why I'm only telling you this.
And how exactly would it come? And what could possibly possess you to do this?
Renthir is in league with Herters, and Inheritors are more dangerous than you think.
Could you please present some proof other than just your word for it?
Kershawn's gonna look to the party. It's like,
He's not asking for proof that Renthier is the head of the inheritors. We already know that. He's asking for proof that that guy was like working directly under him. Am I mistaken?
Like, they're trying, like, he's asking for proof that this man specifically is a part of the inheritors.
Okay.
okay, so okay, I think that kind of helped a bit.
Yeah.
So as he says that, can I just kind of give Phil on what I heard him and his friend talking about?
You can.
Then just fill in all that stuff that happened.
He... If that is true, I suggest you move on and get as quickly to the Cathedral of St. Merusad as you can. I will handle this, as he stares daggers at the captured man.
Okay. Sorry about the mess. I just didn't want one getting away and warning the others, possibly.
Yes.
You said your men can be trusted, so I'm going to take your word on that.
If only you hadn't destroyed the skull.
I'm just
Maybe
gonna
with
look
some
at
glue
Kershaw
you can
like,
put it back together.
Wait, what was that, Harold?
Maybe with some glue you can put it back together.
The Lord of the Wake looks most unamused.
Kershaw chuckles.
Gluing it back together.
No, Alexis, what were you going to say?
Yeah, you interrupt. Well, people got interrupted. What was that, Alexis?
oh, I already forgot. I'm just gonna get up and start moving on.
Ah, never mind then. So, God damn it, Knight.
Sorry, I'm looking for something.
Oh, okay, never mind. So, with that, are you going to move back out?
Yeah, I've got to go back outside.
As you arrive back outside, the carriage is still standing there, and one of the Mournful Guard gives the sign of the Aquila as he says from beneath his helmet, "The Lord of the Wake thought you might use this, seeing how you are not from this place, as it can... you stand out like a grave marker."
That is very true. Thank you.
And he bows his head. You guys have a black coach.
Cool.
Ha!
Ah,
Wait,
get it.
are these guys wearing some kind of like robes over their armor or something?
they have not quite robes. It's more like ceremonial vestments.
So can Harold look around to see if he can find something similar?
He does look the part. Well, actually, no. You have white armor. Damn.
Well, it's not so white anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true. Has the paint not been refreshed?
Nope.
Ah, okay.
Haven't had the chance.
No, that's true. So yeah, your armor is pretty much from scrubbing all of the blood off of it. The white paint is starting to come loose, and it's mostly back to its black undercoating. Not even undercoating, just black material. So, do you want to ask someone for that, Bree?
Yeah, Harold is going to ask one of the guards for something to cover himself up with.
Influence plus 40. Let's see how generous they're feeling. We're about to end. Do you want to use your last fate point?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, there we go. Much
I know
better.
what I'm going to name this carriage. The
Yes?
chocolate helicopter. Because it's a black coach.
I was gonna,
The link
Okay.
is split.
I was gonna
Moving
call
on.
it
Jokes
the Morghast
aside.
engine.
I'm sorry. Everyone was talking.
I'm
What was
getting in
that,
the coach.
Bree? Oh, you're getting in the coach, right?
Talia, your assistants.
Of course, Tarbok here.
Quick question: who is going to, drive this thing? It doesn't
Kershaw.
use operate; it uses survival.
Oh, then
Harold,
I'm gonna ride shotgun with him.
Harold, can you control this thing?
Yes.
All right, I'm leaving it in
Shotgun.
Assault shotgun, you mean?
Yep.
So, with that, Harold Harold rejoins the group wearing a black robe that doesn't quite reach to his knees due to the smallness of the robe that we're able to find. That's he looks stranger than usual, but it kind of works.
Actually, Viggy,
Hmm?
as I step onto the coach, I want to pull out my multi-compass.
Yeah?
Because I think it gives not just like topographical information, but it also gives meteorological. I can't do words.
Topographical and meteorological
Yes.
info.
I just
Holy
want to know
crap.
what's the weather looking like.
So, as you're able to pinpoint between a map that you were able to gather of the surface of Thaur from the archives on the Oath Unspoken, between the multi-compass that you have. Is it called a multi-compass? I thought it was like
Yeah.
a multi-key and something else.
No,
it's
well, multi-key is a different thing.
Oh, never mind.
I have that too.
I keep confusing those two. So, pinpointing your exact location is rather easy, as the Lord of the Wake's palace is quite an easy landmark to find, and you are able to also find the Cathedral of St. Meruzad. You are able to guess, although the roads themselves are not well documented, they are. You were able to extrapolate that you are roughly 15 kilometers west of the Cathedral of St. Meruzad. So you would have to go east.
Ha, multi-pass. Thank you.
Exploring new world, blah, 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 blah. Possessing a multi-compass grants plus 20 on survival and navigation surface test. So, Tarvok, roll for me a navigate surface with a plus 20.
Did I ever tell these people where we're going?
What people?
I mean, they were talking about where they were going, didn't they? Right?
Which people do you mean?
The guy
The
I
one-
read the mind of.
Look, we got like 2 locations.
Well, you have a more specific location, and everyone involved, I think, has the Cathedral of St. Meruzad on their mind, though they may not know specifically where it's at. Also, Knight, that was operate surface.
Sorry, what was it supposed to be?
navigate.
Surface.
I'm gonna peer over to.
Well,
Harold.
shoot.
I'm gonna peer over to Harold and give him the exact directions to get to where we need to go.
Harold is going to nod.
Alrighty, you actually have to turn the coach around and start going back the road you came. And
Also, I
take
did all
another
of this
turn
while
left.
Tarvok is looking on his map and everything, and I'm giving exact directions. And then I'm just gonna sit
Right.
back down.
So it's a survival plus what to operate?
To operate this thing normally, no, all you need is the survival skill. However, if you want to do anything, fancy with it, then survival tests will need to be rolled later.
Tarvok,
Um,
am I correct in my directions?
Yes, you are.
Indeed, your navigation extrapolation appears to be correct, or well, at least the direction that Ren pointed towards.
How did you figure all that out?
I just put 2 and 2 together looking at the maps.
You can read maps.
One of many skills.
Ouch.
Can I roll scrutiny against that?
You sure can.
I don't have it, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Fair
never mind.
enough.
Yeah.
I'm too tired.
It works. And so, as the warband once again sets forth to stop heresy and in all of its forms, we will return next week.
Wait, Krishan, could you even hear that?
I imagine we haven't started going anywhere.
Yeah,
Hear
but you're
what?
on the outside.
Yeah, like, you're not
Roll an
on the
awareness.
inside.
Like, I would roll an awareness to see if you heard it first. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Do you want to roll deceive, like, opposed? Because, you know...
I failed the awareness, so it doesn't really
Oh,
matter.
you failed. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I was reading
Yeah.
that wrong way around. I thought you actually had made it. Never mind.
Polonia, did you
So-
want to roll it?
I'll give it a shot. Why not? No, absolutely not. I totally believe you. Why would I ever not believe Rosalina?
Yeah, seriously. She can do no wrong. Okay, and with that, we will return next week on another exciting episode of Queen's Court.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us for this episode of Queen's Court. It was interesting. I didn't kill us. Anyway, guys, I would like to speak, Go Queen. I love you guys. Bye.